because no one's going to want to read 190 pages of research stuff to like get something at the end that's supposed to be all
you have to just now explain throughout the book what made you arrive at that conclusion.
Right. So
kind of like posit your theory, present your evidence.
Right, exactly. So I have to reformat it. I have to rethink how to structure my ideas.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, like I said today in the talk, I mean, I can go to Mars, I can go to the moon, I can go to I mean, there's so many things that I can talk about. Giants on the moon.
Are you gonna end up doing a Dr. Future series of books here, or just one book?
Oh gosh, I probably won't. I don't have the discipline to do the Dr. Future thing.
No, but with all the options of places to go, it's like you could write a series. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you will.
What are you doing?
What? I was checking my Facebook.
Oh.
Well, the
That's really nice of you to do that while we're on a podcast.
At least he's being real.
Hey, you know, look, it's not like this. If we're Skyping, he's probably sitting there doing it anyway.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Sorry,
I'm just used to this, like podcasting and Facebooking at the same time is like a thing. No, just looking at a picture Josh Peck's wife posted of our panel.
On the note of Dr. Future, though, we recently talked to him. If you guys could think to pray for him, he's hitting some pretty big opposition right now in writing his book. Without going into details or anything, there's just a lot going on there.
Yeah,
he's
he could definitely use everyone's prayers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are the plans, Gons, for the Prophecy Forum
the
for the future here?
Is to let God figure it out, because I'm trying to just...
Who's the event coordinator?
Thinking about another one of these is a little daunting at the moment, but that's kind of the goal. We want to be able to do
like a series
DC.
of 4, is it? Like
well, we want to do multiple conferences a year, and we want it to build momentum. We want to build a team of people that that can compartmentalize certain teams or pairs or something to work on future events.
Right. Well, like this team works on this region kind of thing.
Yeah, and just try to get the wheel to start rolling, and then once it catches momentum, it might be easier to get through. But
well, once you got a system down, and this is how we do it, this is how we're going to present. You get here, we register this way. Things get easier. As you experience.
I mean, the problem with this, not the problem, but the workload for me personally with this conference was that because he's already looking at like, oh, he's going to start complaining. You got that face.
I was just yawning. Sorry.
And this isn't the fault of any of the other guys. They just don't have like the skill sets online. They have a hard time with like just basic stuff, technological stuff. So it's like, oh, how are we going to sell tickets? And they were talking about, well, we can figure out some ways to just sell at the door and blah, blah. And I'm like, no, guys, there's a thing called Eventbrite. You can use it. It's platform. It's very simple. You can run it, blah, blah, blah. So I ran all the Eventbrite stuff. Online, how are we going to do this? Are we going to blah, blah, blah? I figured it all out. It's like, go to live stream. We go to this. We go to Clean. Figure it all out. And then, the website, everything. So it's like, me personally, I want to start to have people to
help with
do
that
stuff. Yeah, help with that stuff. And then not only that, but like as far as DC goes, imagine... And you guys brought this, and this is partly why you guys are the first ones that said, hey, get the bus tour with Tom Horn and Chris Putnam. That's like a
Chris
brilliant.
Pinto.
Chris Pinto, Leonard, a whole bunch.
Putnam can probably do it too, but yeah, that's a brilliant idea, and I mean that's like hopefully that gets people excited just by itself, but. Going to the steps of the White House and like us, the people that
just take Russ Dizdar out there. Unleash.
Yeah. But it's weird though, because we talk about these things on like we say New World Order, we say Illuminati, we say all this stuff on on the radio, but I realized that there is a different I don't know if it's a psychological thing or what. Like just today when I was up there talking and I said New World Order on the stage, it was like, wow, this is like really out there now. Like I'm standing on a stage saying, well, the New World Order, like,
I bet that is weird for you, because if you say that like publicly anywhere other than here, like in your own church,
in your little,
they're gonna be like kill you, and everyone was like, okay, yeah, and you were probably
they'll like usher me off or something, like they'll just, But no, it's a different experience. But the DC thing is, I think you guys made it a vision that I think Woodward brought up, and I thought, we have to pursue that because you guys are pretty much there. You know, I know you guys don't live exactly in DC, but
about 5 hours. I mean,
but you guys are closer than we are. We're
five
fine.
hours isn't bad, dude.
Yeah.
I travel from
I
North
love
Carolina
traveling.
to Boston all the time now, so.
The difficulty is going to be all the logistics involved, and
Yeah.
you know,
I actually told Woodward I have 2 facilities in mind for you guys.
Okay.
I think the one I'm waiting to hear back on the price. The one is oddly the Washington Redskins training facility, and they have like this huge conference center with it that they rent out when they're not using it for the season.
well, May 1st, the season is over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Super Bowl is whenever. So
February.
That might be a
So
good
it's
time.
it's the downtime, so we would be able to.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun, and I think you guys should be there. Well, you guys will be there, but the battle is going to be just within the group, and you know, I'm maybe talking too much here, but the battle will be
Having extra hands.
not just having extra hands, but getting the speakers on board, which we have to decide. We have too many names on the list right now, so we have to figure out, you know, who, and then, you know, each person has a set of 2 or 3 people that they like that the other guy's never heard of, and you know, that's the whole age gap again, you know, and that's a big thing because when those guys go, oh, we should get, you know, Florence Cloud Bomber, you know, he wrote that book in 1983. It was a game changer, and I'm like, who the heck are you talking about? I just totally made that name up. So
No. I get what you're saying.
Florence Cloud.
But it'd be good if we could stick with people who are actively or are still active. Well, you know, like guys like you or Chris Pinto or Leonard Ulrich, you know, guys that are still producing content, you know, talking about this stuff.
And that's
Right.
maybe applicable to whatever, you know, Washington, D.C.
The topic of the conference
the
is.
topic is the secrets of America or something like that. I mean, it's
that's
it would
Chris
draw
Pinto
the
all the way,
attention
man.
of a lot of people. It would really stir the. I mean, if the Redskins facility, like they're like, oh, we agreed to it, and then here's the title of the thing, they might be like, okay, no.
Leonard's film is actually coming out May 1st.
I know.
Oh, you know.
I know. That's why I'm like, let's get it Leonard Ulrich out there.
So, you know, at some point, I know you have a lot on your plate, and we've talked about the whole music thing.
Mm-hmm.
But God bless me with lyrics and melodies and all that kind of stuff.
You guys need to do music at DC.
If I demo a whole record, like throughout this year or whatever, would you be down to do a whole record, or if you like it? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it'll be, you know, biblically based,
No, that'd be fun,
clever
man.
Christian
would,
music.
It would give me an outlet for my medley guitar side. Have you heard
have
that
to be the
song?
drummer.
What song?
Okay, he hasn't heard it yet.
You've got a rough cut of it. You should need
We'll
play it.
I'm supposed to get a new mix at some point. But anyway, no, I just I would like to have do something like that with you.
Yeah.
And I think there's room for that. I don't think that Christian musicians are really raising the bar high enough. I mean, lyrically, like we've talked about before, you know, every worship song's like a Joshua Tree song or something. You know, it's just too much for me. But
it is all U2. It's like U2
ambient and
the 3-chord delay pedal. That's the one thing that bothered. Well, yes, it bothered me when I was first saved and I'd go to church and I'd hang out with these worship guys and they'd be like, check out my dual double delay chorus pedal with delay echo pedal. It was $350 for this pedal. It was like, dude, that's a lot of money for the thing that just goes din, 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 din.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
like, come on, man.
But that makes the worship experience, man. you
I
know.
guess.
That draws you to Jesus.
So, Basil,
Yo.
what are your plans for the future here? What are you looking at? Any
He's gonna
big
dance.
things going on?
Take a little nap, I think.
Besides,
You're getting- I know,
before we
I'm-
hang it up
Dance
here,
a little dance. You know, I mean, we got some things planned for Canary Cry Radio that are still in the development stages right now that have sort of dedicated my vocational skills to, and we'll be coming out with more on that a little bit later, so I'll try not to say too much.
Secrets.
I've also, you know, I mean, now that Gons is writing a book, I mean, how hard could it be?
It's time. It's time
You need
for
to
the
write a
passion.
No,
book.
but I've kind of been, because I've always written, I've always done creative writing and written fiction and things like that, And I was been talking to Gons about, and I don't know if we've mentioned this on the show or not, but I've been thinking about doing like an episodical fiction thing.
Cartoon,
that
not cartoon.
No, maybe like a graphic novel. I was kind of throwing that idea around, and kind of do it. Just release it one piece at a time, just kind of laid back and see how it goes, and kind of base it around everything that we talk about on Canary Cry. You know, there's a few fiction guys doing stuff.
I think this is interesting because I feel like this next phase of whatever this niche is, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be expressed far differently because we grew up in kind of a more of a creative culture.
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to have the opportunity, and we have the technology available now to do it, you know, right from home. So it's going to change the whole, you know, it's not just going to be books, or it's not just going to be lecture videos of whatever, you know.
Conference DVDs.
There's going to be an element of art involved in it, and that does lack, I think. Big time. So
I was helping Woodward with the book cover design. It was really flattering because I'm not like the greatest Photoshop guy.
Yeah.
But I can just throw stuff together, and those guys were like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing? You know, what's going on?" I helped Gary just now put together his PowerPoint presentation, and I'm just, you know, flying. I'm just doing it, and he's like, "I don't even know what you're doing." I'm like, "I'm moving a file into the thing, resizing."
Yep.
I mean, it's for us, it's just like moving a file here.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what you did. It's crazy.
It's really not as complicated as people make it out to be.
What'd you
maybe
do there?
To us, I don't know.
Screenshot? Like, it's not super crazy, but
is that new? No, they came out with that like 95.
But you know, it's just different, and I'm sure that's gonna happen to us. We're gonna be like,
oh yeah,
like, what is this? And they're gonna be all,
I mean,
magic
you guys
floating wand. So getting back to Basil, when are you gonna cut your
guys,
hair?
more about me, guys.
Well, I want to know when you're gonna cut your
I
hair.
I had talked with you a little bit yesterday, I think, about doing the Stan Deo story with you.
Oh right, yeah. Love that guy. Yeah, you'd mentioned that yesterday about coming on and doing like a full, I don't know, expose or just full deal.
Just get the whole
just
thing
get all
in
of it.
detail.
Just
from
let them
Stan's
unload
mouth.
the whole thing, and that'd be great. And I'm kind of intimidated. There might be like a 16-hour episode.
Well, you know, we can break it up. You know, we don't have to sit
like
down.
a whole series.
Yeah. I mean, 16 hours. I mean, Sam and I would probably be the only people, and you, that would sit down and listen to it straight through.
I know.
So yeah, we'd break
No, that'd be really cool. To me, Stan Deo is just like he's a good example of a guy who's done a great job living and researching and exposing a lot of the stuff like in equal measure. I mean, the guy's lived through some amazing things. The guy has an incredible knowledge of so many things, does a great job expressing it, and he's just an overall fun guy. So I'm all about that.
Yeah.
All right, so hope you enjoyed Tom Bionic, guys. We spent a lot of time talking about Tom here.
Yay, Tom.
Anyway, we really appreciate you guys getting together with us here in person. It was really cool.
Absolutely.
And
Before you end it, I do want to say Tom Bionic. The reason why Future Cake was so awesome was because I could relate to Tom Bionic. You know, Dr. Future was super smart. He was, you know, the guy, but I could relate to Tom Bionic way more because my story is similar to his, you know, and similar to yours.
His testimony was awesome.
Yeah. It's very, you know, it's crazy. So
like the way he traveled through all the different religions, studying different religions to get to where, you know, that's it, the empty tomb, Christ, this is it, you know. Yeah, I agree. When I heard his testimony, I was pretty I think that his testimony gives people like you that had that similar, like people that are just totally scoffing at Christ and the gospel, I think that people should give that a listen, like just at least to hear him out.